I got a pocket full of sunshine. Got a love, and I know that it's all mine. Oh, ooh, whoa. She killed that song. Shout out to is that Natasha. Shout out to her or something with the end. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, y'all know what we here for, man. Red Dots on Live Fox 5. I don't want to waste your time. So let's get right into it. What's going on, man? It's the one and only holiday season. You're here for a reason, and today is episode 16 of the Road to 1,000. Road to 1,000 followers, road to 1,000 subscribers, road to 10 pounds lost, road to running a half marathon that you ain't trained for yet. Whatever the road it is you're on, I'm on the road with you. I'm hoping you're having a fantastic day, fantastic evening whenever you're listening to this audio recording or if you're watching this visual broadcast. Geez, this thing is, I'm gonna feel like I'm leaning to it instead of just leaning, rocking. Okay, back to it. You know how I get. Today's a great day, man. Great day to be here. And I happened to watch a movie the other night, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And it's won all the accolades. It's won all the awards. It was popping when it came out. I just haven't seen it yet. But it was about 11 o'clock at night the other night. And I was like, man, it popped up on Netflix, right? So, boom, I'm at home chilling. I should be going to sleep because I got to wake up, do things that I need to do. But I'm like, man, this movie, I heard this was the one. So I put it on. And I kid you not, bro. This movie is one of them ones. If you haven't seen it yet, I ain't going to spoil nothing in here. I hope. I'll try not to. So if you're watching this and you haven't seen it, maybe go watch it, then come back and look at this. But I'll try not to spoil anything. But one of the things that really stuck out to me in the movie, and there were so many parts of it, if you just look at it from the concept of a movie itself, but I've always found a way to dissect either what camera angle they're using, how they set up the shot. That's what I like looking at. But also in terms of philosophy, way of thinking, way of being. There was one part in the movie that's still, and it's been a couple days now, but it's still stuck with me. And it's when the daughter is talking to the mother, and it's this big scene, the bagel. When you get there, you'll see it. But she's looking at all these alternate universes, these parallels of who she could have been, what she could have done outside of the life that she's in right now. And the daughter's letting her know, like, look, you could have been all of these things. You could do all of these things. But when you happen to combine them all together into one, you realize that nothing really matters. And that was such an interesting thought process. Like the screenwriters and the directors, how they laid that out. That was so dope how they did it, because obviously we're not jumping parallel universes in the real life. Obviously we're not just picking up, different skill sets by the way of being that they did it in the movie, right? But you can collect skills and you can become a different version of you throughout life. And then you kind of get to the point, if you start mastering all these things, you start doing them all, nothing really matters. And Josh has told me this a million times. For those that don't know, Josh is one of my homeboys, part of ADJ. And his big philosophy is like, yo, we're on this big giant rock floating throughout space. And this could get very dystopian if you don't look at it the right way, right? If you just if you just think about it, like, bro, we are on a big giant floating rock with gravity, and we are worrying about XYZ. Like, nothing really matters, bro. And I'm making him sound like very white. He's not the white. Anyways, you get the point. Nothing in this life matters enough to the point where you have to be stressing endlessly over it. And that's where I've been the past, 3 weeks, it feels like. It's crazy to say that, because you throw the network and you do it phenomenally. The second event, people come in, you have guest speakers, you have a guest performer. Like, it just feels like you did it. You did something that was, a goal that you set out to achieve, very small, very minimal, but at the same time, it was something that you thought the city needed. You thought that something was going on. But then again, does it really matter? Like, it's such a fine line between the pessimistic view of it and the beauty of it is where I'm struggling in the dichotomy. Like, yes, nothing matters. At the end of the day, you're going to go through life. You're going to do whatever it is you want to do with life, and none of it really matters. But then the beauty of it is nothing matters. Like, it's such a mind fuck if you really think about it, where it's like, bro, you could go out today and say that you want to be me. Not me, literally, but like AJ could go out today and say, yo, I want to be this person, XYZ. And guess what? It don't matter if I do or if I don't, because nothing matters. And that's the cool part of it. If you really start thinking about it, bro, nobody's going to care if you go out and try and do X, Y, or Z thing, or if you want to go be a basketball player. Now, there are rules and stipulations to some of these things. It's like you can't necessarily just go out and do something. Some things have that window of time if you're trying to be like an NBA player. But if you want to go play basketball, bro, there's the Vail League. There was another league that somebody just hit me up on Facebook. Like, there are so many things that if you want to pursue that thing, you should do it. But in the scheme of nothing matters, I think I get so stuck on the fact that I think people care, or I know myself too well. Like, I haven't created the alternate AJ that knows he gets it done. I'm still trying to battle the AJ that I know doesn't wake up in the morning, that I know doesn't stay consistent with the things that he says he wants to do, that I know this is past AJ. Present AJ is trying to become future AJ, but he also knows that he's still this guy. And the beauty of the topic of nothing matters is, and I'm talking to myself here, like I'm realizing it's an epiphany, but hopefully you get it. To get to the future you have to let go of the past. You have to let go of who you were and get into a Bible talk. I think it's Romans 12 verse 2, like, be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Like, in order to have a renewal of your mind, in order to become the new you can't be holding on to past shit. Like, you can't let the past dictate what you're going to do in the future, because at the end of the day, nothing matters. If you did it in the past, okay, it's done. Like, okay, we got nothing we could do with it. But if we're trying to become this thing, nothing matters. Nothing matters if you go out here and you trying to get 1,000 followers, this road to 1,000. I want to have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. End goal, 5,000. Nothing matters in between until I get to the goal. Nothing matters if you want to get into real estate. Nothing matters until you get the property. Until you sell the property to somebody. Everything in between don't matter. And that was such a revelation for the boy. I'm watching a movie that's supposed to be just dope in and of itself, but like the story is telling is insane, that you can become whatever it is you want to be. And the way they did it was so dope. With like, spoiler alert, I'm giving a little bit of the game away, but think about it this way. Okay, bet. So boom, she about to fight Shorty, going crazy, but she's not a fighter in this universe, right? Crazy. So she got the headset on. She's talking to him. They like, yo, you need to do X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. You need to tell Shorty you love her. That's a gem right there. Move in love. Move in peace. Treat others the way you want to be treated. But okay, so that's one of them. And the skill set that she was going to acquire by truly saying that she loved said person that was trying to beat her up was that she was going to become an alternate version of herself who was a ninja warrior with these crazy pinkies that go crazy, right? But that example itself is just meditation. It's visualization. In the real world, you over here thinking, how can I become this person? Say I wanted to become, I want to get back to being an athlete. I haven't done anything athletic, it feels like, since I stopped pursuing professional basketball. Kid you not. I feel like I've taken a long enough hiatus and I need to get back in the gym. But if I really wanted to become like this aesthetic bodybuilder who has this banging body, you know what I'm saying? Big titties, arms on here, neck not too swole, but enough where it make me look like, don't play with that boy. He is not one of them. You feel me? One thing I could do to get in that zone is to visualize being that person. Like, you have to see it before you see it. Ooh. I feel like one of them podcasters that felt like he said something, so he had to let it marinate real quick. You got to see it before you see it. Marinate on that. Whip it up. So in my mind, if I'm closing my mind, close my eyes. I'm not trying to close my mind. I want to keep it open. Do this Bashar practice with me. Y'all seen Bashar on TikTok? He turned into a whole different person. I think his name is Daryl. Turns into Bashar. He sees himself as Bashar before Bashar comes out into the universe. I see myself giving these talks on YouTube in my mind before you see it on this camera. Stick with me. I see myself having the lifestyle I want, whether it's new apartment, whether it's new car, whether it's money saved, deposited, whether it's learning the skill set that I think I want to do, whether it's whatever the case may be. I see it. I see it here. And then I make it happen on the camera. And that was an idea that I got from the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. Before she could be the person that was going crazy with the moves here, she had to close her eyes and see herself as that person and do some crazy thing, obviously, because they had a movie purposes. You're not going to get it if you just meditate right there. Boom, you got to do something crazy. Tell her I love her. Eat the chapstick. Chew some gum off the bottom of the table. But the premise itself, the thought itself was dope enough that I got it. So to wrap this up, because I could go on for hours and hours and days. I got the plays that I'm not a rapper, obviously, but I could be if I meditated. Check me out. What is it that's holding you back? What is it that you think matters so much that you don't do the thing at all? For me, it's this camera in front of me, this mic to the right of me, the light set up, and expressing my thoughts. It mattered so much that it got to the point that I wouldn't do it at all. But on the flip side of it, nothing matters but the goal. So if the goal for me is to have 1,000 subscribers. And the goal for me is to show you that you can make it on the road and always defer to the journey, because the destination means nothing if the journey isn't worthwhile. Like, if I'm saying all these cliche quotes, I got to listen to myself sometimes, you know? I got to hear myself out, because I'm always deferring to the journey. The journey is what's going to make the goal sweet. The journey makes it meaningful. Makes it exciting, makes it worthwhile. But if you don't go on the journey, none of it matters. If you don't take the steps to get to the goal, you won't have a journey. And I'm saying this to somebody because I'm that somebody. Yes, I might post a video, but bro, I be sitting in the house sulking. Do I want the world to know that? I don't know. Give or take. You do with that information what you will. But when you get out of the funk, when you realize nothing matters, when I realize, oh, I have an objective that I'm trying to hit, I have a goal that I'm trying to reach, and whether or not I hit it today, it don't matter. Or tomorrow, or the next day, as SpongeBob would say. And the next day. It don't matter, because the only thing that matters is getting to the goal. Because once you accomplish it, then you go, and it's like twofold, because I'm saying the journey is the part, right? But you don't realize that until you get to the destination. Like the network. As cool as the network was, bro, it was so stressful. Like, hosting that thing and not properly planning, doing some proper planning, like not doing that to the extent that it needed to be done for that event, had me stressed. Rather than the journey, now that I look back on it, the journey was sweet. We sitting here, me and Steve hitting each other up. Yo, bro, we just got a sale. Not 10 sales, not 20 sales, not when we got to the 40, 50s, at the end, we talking about, bro, we just hit a sale. Somebody bought a ticket. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, we had a day, bro, 5 tickets in a day. Oh, we about to have this y'all jumping. We rich, baby. It's up. That was the part that was cool. That was the journey part, like going to his crib, making commercials. Getting up with Ryan, getting up with, these people to, okay, how you want your promo done, how you want your flyer, like what you want me to say about you. That part was sweet. And that's the journey. Like once I got to the point where we was on stage, which is behind this camera right here, and we just talking, we rapping, like that part is cool. But that was the goal. That was already known. I knew that we was going to do that. I knew we was going to execute when we got there, because I got the right people to do the thing up there. But what I didn't know was the journey, and that the unknown is so sweet. It's scary. It's so scary, but it's so sweet at the same time. But none of it mattered in between until we got there. Now I can look back, and all of it matters. So until you get to that point, until you get to the destination, until you get to where you want to go, remind yourself, none of this matters. If I fail today, it don't matter. If I lose, so what? What matters is me trying, me doing, me continuously improving off of the failure, moving from failure to failure without a loss of enthusiasm. Shout out Winston Churchill and whoever that white man stole it from. I can't say that. Okay, from the top, because I might have to clip that part. But whoever's listening just to the audio, you got it. Okay, sorry. But like I was saying, for the clip. Whoever's here watching, this is just for the clip. You can't expect everything to be a success. So on the way to the goal, nothing matters. The failure doesn't matter. The loss doesn't matter. You not understanding it right now because it's a language barrier. You don't understand the rules and regulations of the game that you're trying to get into and play. It don't matter. You continuously doing it every single day, moving from failure to failure without a loss of enthusiasm. Shout out to Winston Churchill. You doing that is what's going to matter at that point. And then when you get to the goal, you realize all of it makes sense. Nothing mattered until you got to the destination. Because if it matters so much at that point in time, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't take the next step because it matters so much. You put too much pressure on yourself. You put too much emphasis on the thing that wasn't the end goal. So don't worry about the little minute steps, those left rights, until it gets to the point where you cross the finish line. Because then it matters. Then all those steps that you put together got you to your destination. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Go do what you need to do because nothing matters. And hopefully you're seeing this in the positive aspect. That nothing matters in a good way. Not that nothing matters and you go do some dumb stuff, because that's not what we're promoting here. I just want to put that live. Put that on a clip. If you're going to clip something, clip that. AJ said, nothing matters in a positive way until we get to our destination. Shout out Sketch. Special teams, special players. Special players. All right, man, let's get up out of here because we rapping. And, I got to go make some stuff happen. Remember that the destination means nothing if the journey isn't worthwhile, so always defer to the journey. Always. No matter what happens. I don't care if you feel like you can't do it today, you do it anyways. Okay? No matter what happens, you always defer to that journey because the journey is going to get you to your destination. Anyways, man, love, peace, whatever grease you put on your hair, make sure you put something on your lips because I don't want you out here looking crusty. As you can see, this is almost done. I got to go get me a new one. Be like me, not crusty. Until next time I see you, when I see you. Peace.